My name is Sun Kim, and I'm the founder and the president or executive director of an organization called Talent One Media. And I basically did not start in this industry at all. Actually, in fact, I'm an ordained minister. I have a theological background. Spent last about 10 years in doing ministry, youth ministry, college ministry, EM ministry. Along the way, I really felt like God was directing me to ministry outside of the church boundaries and to engage the culture a little bit more, to be able to make an impact in a world that's our youth and our young people are immersed in, which is the media culture. So that's where I really feel that, you know, I'm still in the ministry, yet the medium has changed, and I about 5-6 years ago, and that's how I started. Well, it began with my pursuit of writing and producing films. That I didn't want to make a quote-unquote Christian films because Christian films usually have Christian audience, and I didn't want to preach to the choir, quote-unquote, but I did wanted to speak truth, and I wanted to make impact in our world today, and to be able to carry a spiritual theme, spiritual message through the medium of filmmaking into our world today. And as I was making films, doing short films and doing film festival circuits, I felt a little bit disjointed, I guess out of place. You know, the whole idea of competition and who wins and who doesn't win, and submitting your film to be criticized, and there's a lot of politics that goes on in film festival circuits. And not that that's necessarily wrong, but I wanted to create a platform, an environment where people from a faith background could make films, and it would really be more of a place of community rather than a competition. That they inspired basically by Matthew chapter 25, where each one of us are encouraged to take our talent, and whether we have 1 or 2 or 5, that we need to invest it into the kingdom of God and make a difference in the world that we live in today. So a lot of us felt like just starting out in this industry, felt like we only have one talent, you know? And so our goal is, you know, when I just get enough money to make a really flashy film, or when I get into the industry and, you know, make a name for myself, then I'll do something great. Or, you know, when I graduate from my film school, then I'll have opportunity to do something great. So instead of waiting for our talents to accumulate, our goal was to, hey, what do you have now? You know, one talent? Well, what can we do now with that one talent for the kingdom of God? So our goal was to make films, spiritually themed films, with whatever the gifts and resources that they had at that moment in their lives, and really marriage that with a mission goal. So first year we partnered with World Vision and supported their AIDS Africa issues, and we were able to address thematically what's going on there, as well as raise money through screening events and selling our DVDs. And last couple of years we're dealing with human trafficking issues. And it really elevates one's art, I believe, when you're making films not for your name, but to save lives. And I think it gives you courage to put your stuff out there and to be able to make it better, because now it's a matter of, you know, helping other people who are in desperate need. So about 3 years ago, we started our first TOM Film Festival, which is an acronym for Talent One Media. And we started with about 11 churches, and everybody submitted their films. And our festivals, we don't necessarily reject or accept films unless they have some questionable content, but that hasn't been a problem. So we, in fact, meet together about 5-6 months before the festival. We get together, we share our theme, and we start the filmmaking process together as a community. and we actually become each other's resources and help. You know, when we don't have something, we call each other up and say, hey, can I borrow this? Or do you know anybody who knows how to compose? Or I'm looking for an editor or this equipment. And which is really amazing environment to be in, because most film festivals are about being better, whereas we are about helping each other make better films. And so 6 months later, we shared these films that we started making together. So it's almost of a celebration type of thing, you know, where we're really curious about what we have accomplished through 6 months. So first year, we started at Biola University, and last year and this year we'll be hosting at Japan American Theater in Little Tokyo. This year we have exactly 9 films that is produced by various filmmakers, and some are sponsored by churches. And yeah, it's been a real wonderful journey through the last 3 years, seeing how the films improve, filmmakers improve, and becoming more professional in our crafts, just in terms of writing to finished product to songwriting to even now some of the films that we make at TOM are going into major festivals like Tribeca. One of the filmmakers' film got into Tribeca. Last year, one of the filmmakers' film got into Santa Barbara, which are really major film festivals. So we feel that our films are being elevated to, you know, equal, at least, in playing field with some of the major film festivals, which is very exciting. My major goal is to see few of our filmmakers actually, at least this year, to make their first features, and that's very, very, as far as the filmmaking is concerned, that's the major milestone. A lot of people do make short films, and it's easier and getting easier to make films because of all the technologies, but it's that ability to not only make film, but the business side of it, to raise money and to write a feature script and to be able to now take that into the market and to be able to find distributor. That's our major goal. You could contact us at info@talentonemedia.com and just write us a short email saying, you know, I would like to get we have two compilation DVDs. First year one, we have amazing Academy-nominated film called Most, M-O-S-T. Produced and written by Billy Zabka, a good friend of mine, who's everybody knows him as Johnny from Karate Kid. I don't know if you've seen it, you know. So he plays a really mean guy, but he's a really nice guy in real life, and he got saved through this parable about this bridge operator has to choose between lowering the bridge and saving the lives of the people on the train, or his son who's caught under the bridge. So he had to make that choice in order to save. So when he was in high school, he got saved through that parable, and he decided to make that story come alive when he grew up and became, you know, established in the industry. So in 2001, him and his partner, Bobby Garabedian, went to Czechoslovakia and Poland and made this amazing, amazing Academy-nominated short. It's about 30 minutes long, and it's one of the most moving films that you'll ever see. And it's amazing because you could share this with anybody. As a Christian, you will see the parables and metaphors clearly. But if you're a non-Christian, you still are touched, and there's something about the film that speaks to them, and you could really safely just kind of hand it out to non-believers, and they'll enjoy it as well. And if they get asked questions, you could always share the gospel with them about how God had to choose, you know, to sacrifice His Son in order to save many on the train. You know.
Do you guys distribute that one?
We usually sell them at our screening events.
Oh.
Yeah. And we also do our, you know, through the website if they contact us. And we also have last year's film festival compilation DVDs, and those are pretty, you know, I'm really happy about the way they turned out. And we'll make one for this year as well. Yeah.